Go to Ann in D-Town in Dallas, Texas. What's up, Ann?
Hey, Dr. John, how are you?
I'm good, beautiful. How are you?
I'm okay. I've been better. Otherwise, I wouldn't be calling you.
One day, Ann, somebody's going to call the show and just be like, I'm doing awesome.
One day.
One
Maybe
day.
I'll do that one day in
One
a
day.
year or so. Maybe.
All right. So what's happening? How can I help you?
So I'm in the later half of my life, like on the downslope.
How old are you?
And 65.
Okay.
So I have never in my whole life ever been loved by anyone except my children. And I want to know if it's too late to find that.
What makes you think you've never been loved?
Well, it's not a thought. It's, I know. You know when you're loved, I'm assuming, because I have not ever felt that except from my children.
No. Sometimes your body doesn't tell you the truth because it's too busy trying to protect itself. Sometimes our bodies do a great way of pushing away people who are trying desperately to love us because maybe we loved our parents and that got us abused, or we loved our uncle and that got us abused, or we loved our parents and one of them just took off on us. And so our bodies put a GPS pin in relationships as something scary that gets you hurt. And sometimes people try to love us with all their might and all they know how to do, and our bodies push them away. Did do your kids have the same dad?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
He never loved you?
Never.
Tell me about it.
No. So we met when we were 19. We married at 20. We had 5 children. We lost one very early on. It was our second son. And let me preface this by letting you know he only married me because I was pregnant.
Okay.
And I believed when I said my vows that I was there until death. Which pretty much kill me, like emotionally, to the point where I had to run. And I've been running ever since.
Running because you're scared he's going to get you and hurt you, or running because if you stop,
No.
your body's going to catch up with you?
Running away from myself, I think. I can't figure it out.
So can I tell you what I just wrote down here? A note that I'm getting from your voice?
Sure.
I just wrote this down. Your question is it too late for someone to love you? And
Correct.
my question to you is, do you love you? What's so bad about Ann?
Everything.
I'm calling bullcrap on that. It's not. That's not true. Tell me, what's so bad about Ann?
When I had to run from my husband, I had nowhere to go with my children. And so when I ran, I never got my children back. And they were my whole life. I was a mom and a wife for my whole adult life until that point. And he took everything from me. And I have been running ever since.
Are you estranged from your kids?
Pretty much. I mean, we talk once in a while. I see them maybe once a year, all but one. One has nothing to do with me.
Why not?
He won't tell me why.
Okay.
I was just with him over a month ago, and we spent about an hour together, and then he had to go, and he won't talk to me. He won't. It's just not. We were so close.
Mm-hmm.
We were so close, and it's all gone.
You were so close, and there's been a definite break. I don't believe it's all gone. Okay? I don't believe that with all of my heart.
It's 25 years,
Yep.
and I've tried everything.
I think there's one thing you haven't tried.
What's that?
Okay? And before I say it, I want you to be open to this one terrifying notion. Okay?
Okay.
Can you be okay with this? And I'm nervous to even say it out loud because you are somebody that takes negative feedback as an identity.
Okay.
I want to be able to tell you something and not have you instantly go to, yep, there's more proof that I suck at everything.
Okay.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
Can we just two friends from Texas just hanging out? Can I just tell you?
Sure.
Okay, I want you to hold loosely in your right or left hand, I don't care which one, the idea that maybe the way you've been running and trying to reconnect with your kids isn't working. Can you hold that?
Absolutely.
Okay. So a few weeks ago, I tried to fix my mower. After a while, it was clear what I'm doing is not working. That doesn't mean I'm a bad dad. It doesn't mean I'm an idiot. I'm stupid, whatever. It just meant I'm not doing this right. I got to go to the internet and go to the hive mind and figure it out. Okay. So
Right.
similarly, you've tried a bunch of things. I want you to think about this. That son you just mentioned. What if every time you came around, his body started screaming at him to go? Because if he loves you one more time, mom's going to take off again. We're not going to be able to handle it this time.
Right. Yes, I agree with that.
Okay. So, and what if nobody, especially his scummy dad, never sat down when he was a teenager, becoming a young man, and taught him how to have a challenging conversation, how to let your needs be met, how to say things out loud like, I feel sad or I miss you. And nobody taught him how to do that. And so now his body's got one tool, one strategy, and that's avoidance. That's it. And that avoidance is going to kill him, but it keeps him alive. It's like smoking, right? It gets you through the next 10 minutes, and over time it kills you. It's very similar. So what I want to do is enter into this space with your kids very, very submissively. And what I mean by that is there's no explaining, no, hey, you guys don't understand. It's very much taking a knee and saying, I'm your mom, and I miss you more than life itself. And I'd love to have you back in my life when you'll have me.
Okay, can I tell you something? I've done that.
You could tell me everything. Okay, tell me back. Tell me back.
Okay, so I did that 4 years ago.
Okay.
I went to every one of them, and I told them exactly that. I even moved across the country to be near them.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing happened. It actually got worse and worse. The more I tried, the more I felt like I was pushed away.
Do you remember what I said earlier?
What? I don't remember. I don't know what. At
some point, your kids' bodies are probably trying to protect them. Here's let's get to all the way down to the bottom here. Carrying these regrets around with you is somehow feeling you feel protected by it. What is carrying all this regret doing for you?
It's killing me.
Exactly. Why don't you set it down?
I don't know how. I don't know how. The guilt, the fact that that a mistress walked into their lives and took over my life and left me with nothing. And the way I've watched my children suffer because of that, it's like I can't forgive myself.
Do you want to?
Yes, I do. I want them to forgive me.
You can't control that. And if you come back desperately seeking, if you put the burden of your wellness on them, they're going to feel that 100 miles away, and they have already decided, I can't carry mom's stuff anymore for her.
Right.
You've got to decide for Anne and no one else. You may have 30 years left. Okay?
Oh, I don't have that long.
You can think all you want. My grandmother didn't either.
Well,
okay?
Even if I have 15 years, that's fine. I'm
going with 30. Here's the deal. You have to decide for Anne. I want to not carry this stuff around anymore. Yes, I did some things in my life that I regret, and the only thing on planet Earth I can do is control what happens next.
Correct.
And every time that past comes in, here's what I want you to do. This is old school. I want you to go to Home Depot and get a couple of bricks. Like paver bricks for like $1, maybe $2 max. Right. And I want you to get some masking tape or some duct tape and tape it on that brick. And I want you to write down a thing you remember that you did to one kid or to another kid or to another kid.
Okay.
Okay. And I want you to get 4 or 5 of them. And I don't to where it's uncomfortable to carry them all at the same time, but don't hurt yourself. Okay.
Okay.
And I want you to go in your backyard, and I want you just to walk around your backyard while carrying these things.
Okay.
And after a few minutes, when your arms start to get really heavy and your hands start to get really raw, I want you to throw them in the back corner of the yard and say to yourself out loud, I'm not carrying this anymore.
Okay.
And I want you to stack those bricks up in the corner and let them stay there.
Okay.
And every time you wake up, you're doing something, you see some mom holding her baby, and your body rips you back 30 years to when you had to run for your life. I want you to say out loud, I'm not carrying that anymore. I am loving me, and I'm loving my family moving forward. Okay?
Okay.
You're going to have to practice taking control of your thoughts and your actions. When's the last time you saw a counselor?
Oh, probably about 10 years ago.
Okay. The time is right now. I'm worried about you. Okay.
I don't trust anyone. I trust no one.
There will be no peace in your life unless you open up your heart to trust somebody. And that's why I recommended a counselor and not a friend, because they are restricted through their code of ethics. She will lose her job, or he will lose his job, and possibly have more ramifications if they violate your confidentiality. It's a safe place, but you have to practice being safe in relationship again, because your body has said no more. Fair?
Okay. Yeah.
Do you trust me at least? I'm just a dumb podcaster. We never even met.
Yeah, actually, I've been binge watching you looking for my answers. I didn't find them.
The two paths forward here is a conscious decision every day. I'm not going to carry the past with me anymore. It's just dragging me down. It's not helping my current situation, and it's not helping my relationships moving forward. And I'm going to go meet with a counselor, because I need some new skills on relationship building. And they're going to be a teacher. It's not a place for you to go to complain and whine and all that. That's not what we're doing. We're going to learn some new skills. And I want you to walk in the door of a counselor and say these words. I need help learning to forgive myself so that I can love recklessly and enjoy the last 30 years of my life.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And
I'll
you will
try
show up to your kids, to the one or two that will meet with you. You will show up to them in a few months as a ray of light, not as something that like a dementor that's trying to take something from them.
Okay.
It will be something that is, you're providing light to the room. It's a whole new being, because Anne is finally loving Anne. And you can't expect anybody in the world to do something you're not willing to do for yourself.
Correct.
So I'm not going to ask my kids to forgive me and love me until I love myself and I forgive myself. And one can't be contingent on the other, because then it's not true forgiveness. It's them trying to prop mom up. It's crutches. It's not a new sidewalk.
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
I don't know if there's enough time left for me to forgive myself, but I'll try.
Listen to me. You have to choose life. Right now, every morning you wake up, you get yourself on a one-way bus to hell, because that's where you think you belong. And that's not true. You don't belong in hell. You belong right next to me, hanging out, having nachos in Texas.
Yeah.
But only you, Ann, only you can decide not to get on that bus every single morning and beat yourself up and take yourself to hell, because that's where people like me go. Yeah, 30 years left to start living. Hang on the line. I'm going to send you a copy of my book, Own Your Past, Change Your Future. I want you to read it. I'm also going to send you a copy of, let's see what else we got. I'm going to send you my friend Ken Coleman's book, Proximity Principle. That's going to help you think about what you can do for work and career. And what I'm trying to do is get you into, maybe not start a new career, but get you into a place where you have purpose and your value. You got to go somewhere every day. You got to be around other people. You got to start saying hello, and you got to start saying, I don't like that. And this is going to be about relational practice. It's a great read. It's easy to read, but it'll be good for you. Okay. And you got to call a professional therapist today. That's your promise to me. Okay. I love you, Ann. Choose life moving forward. Choose it. We're rooting for you, my sister.